right, we're back. 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 So unfortunately, I don't know what happened. Yeah, the network went out. With EA. We were in the third quarter. Honestly didn't feel like playing again, but I was gonna wait till tomorrow. But I'm just gonna knock it out, just knock it out and everything. Um, I just hate when like especially like when you make some good plays, when you make some good plays and yeah. Just depending on which stream you actually look at. Going back through this is the home jersey. This is the away jersey for the Jamaica Rude Bwoyz. This is the blackout jersey. Oh, I didn't even notice that on the towel has the logo and everything. This is the Rasta jersey, Rasta Day jersey, and the Jamaican Pride jersey. Last time I was playing, we went with the Rasta Day jersey, and we're gonna continue with that. Yeah.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Lions. Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Coach Norvell told me before the game he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So the Lions
last game.
Work first. Last time
I was
able to beat down, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone
get the ball at the half.
from the beginning of the game, right? I mean,
anybody that's been following me know that I really hate
and so much fire. They just
getting the ball first.
The last time out there.
And I promise you, they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded.
I like getting the ball at the half.
It's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Finds a crease, it's Blake. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Turns into the pile. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I need to start using the stiff arm. I don't know why. Oh, dang, he's tired.
The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. He's got an open man. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Right at the line. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And they get another 1st down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get 1st downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Quarterback gets the 1st down. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Selling the fake. Under pressure. Zings it complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stopped for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give any extra yards after the catch.
Flush to the left. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Ryan.
The offense goes as he goes. So really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Florida State Seminoles offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB, elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Riles. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They put the brakes on it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They're all over him. Looking deep. Goes
Oh, my God.
Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
Oh, man.
And he'll bring it back. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Lions ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
They go to the counter. Breaks into the open. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Wants to go up top on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Douglas. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That is a huge play for the offense, but you know the defense is just kicking themselves. They had them set up in second and long, and that was just a short throw. All you got to do is rally to the ball carrier and bring him to the ground. They couldn't get it done. Way too many yards after the catch, and they give up a big one on defense.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Still looking. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for loss on the trick play.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Looking for a crease. Looking for room at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Grab behind the line. It's Blake. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Touchdown, Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Singleton. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running back.
Man, and so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and like everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obviously a guy that's under pressure, under fire, been talked about a lot. This could go a long way if they can have an explosive offense. Get that side of the ball taken care of again, a long way to having another turnaround season for Florida State.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Tells to run, looking to pass. Lucky to get it off.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
2nd and long here. Lost to throw again. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And the Noles will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Lions ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. To the back. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Off play action on 1st down. Rolls right. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the jet. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Lions.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, when things aren't perfect, he has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Got it behind the line. It's Riles. Crosses the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. They'll go to the counter. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Makes a connection. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the gun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Moves the pocket. It's Daniels. On target. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
The Lions ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. First play of this drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time he's got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in with one hand. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We are just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Checking in with the Seminoles head coach at the half. His biggest concern right now is how they are handling this very hostile environment. It was tough in the first quarter, and this crowd is making it even more difficult. They are loud. They are crazy. And his communication says they have to improve at the line of scrimmage, making sure they're getting into their run game, their RPOs, and being strong with all their communication. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Lions ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. On the ground, it's Blake. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Should have cut.
Well, this defense knew coming into this run, they could stop the run. It was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Move to his right. He'll try to do it himself. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Lions are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Sends it back in motion. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Takes a hit as he fires.
Damn.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on second down.
Wide 53. Wide 53. Motion.
On the draw, it's Blake. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage.
Caught, and he's got room. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They got it at the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They went right
Look at the
back
bounce
to
about
him,
that
and this
also.
time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Drives inside. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. He's got the tight end. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Grabbed behind the line, it's Riles. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Unloads in the nick of time.
Now, this slant route you throw quick, it's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time, gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Direct snap. And the ball's loose in the backfield. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Lions looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The handoff. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Sells to fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. And you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A spectacular one-hand grab. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Ready to fire from the pistol. On play action. Buys time to his left. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game. You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Working that wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. He'll set up to throw. Buying time to his right. Big fella moving. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense doing what they do.
You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way downhill.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. On the return. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Lions ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh set of downs going up top. He lobs one high down the left side. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Down he goes.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go.
Oh, my God.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Right side, it's Wiles. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet it's rainy. You know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Wants to throw on first. Back's got it on the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Looking for a big play.
Oh
and
my
here's
God.
the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Well, there's no quitting this defense. I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like
That's
the
on
opponent's
me.
going to win, but still, they've got guys out there
There was no
playing
need for
the way
me to do
they're
that.
coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
They'll run the off-tackle play here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's Robinson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Seminoles are flying down the field.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond.
Speeding down the left side. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida State. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Lions ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Swats it away.
That's an awesome job by the defense there, sniffing out the screen, reading the body language of the running back. They were not fooled, and they knocked it away.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Lions will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. on his way back from the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Seminoles sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Tells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Just got rid of that one.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
A 5-point game here, getting very late, and the offense will stay on the field on fourth down. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field.
Man.
Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
Oh, man.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. That fourth down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And that's a missed opportunity by the offense here late in the game in the fourth quarter. I know that's a 50-50 ball, but I think that's one that the receiver really should have come up with. He drops it, and as a result, they miss an opportunity at an explosive play.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like, this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
He's past the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault. Florida State calls its third and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
They'll run the counter. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. He's looking to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They walk it off. A field goal to win it. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
That was a close one. I made a couple errors in the second half, but we were able to pull off the victory. All right, till next time.